People don't expect a pro-Israel activist to look like me or to have my background. And so that curiosity allows me an opening to get their attention. I like to think of myself as an ambassador to the progressive community and to the African American community. I was born and raised in the San Francisco Bay Area. I went to UC Berkeley for undergrad. I went to Stanford for law school. And now I work in the East Bay as the director of litigation for a health and fitness company. And I am very fortunate to spend a lot of my free time with my family. I am also executive director of 2020 Leaders of America, purely on a volunteer basis. It is a nonprofit that is dedicated to bipartisan criminal justice reform. AIPAC, through their foundation, reaches out to various constituencies and takes them to Israel for a week. So I went to Israel with 17 other African American leaders. We visited Knesset. We visited every single border. We visited a kibbutz. I went there with an open heart, with an open mind, and really spent the time absorbing as much as I could. And as I walked through Yad Vashem, I saw people on a train, and there was a little boy sort of staring at the camera, no more than maybe 4 or 5 years old. And it was incredibly difficult to see because I knew that they were headed to certain death. And then we visited a kibbutz, and we were watching children run around and do what little children do. And I saw one of the children that looked exactly like that little boy. And it gave me a sense of hope. I felt a sense of responsibility to Israel's security and what I can do to make sure that he and others live very long, happy, fulfilling lives. When I returned from Israel, I felt it was important to put my money where my mouth is. So I immediately joined Washington Club, and this will be my 3rd year as a member. I'm going into my 2nd year as a member of the National Council. I also speak at AIPAC events about my personal experiences.
Continuing to make AIPAC and the pro-Israel community all-inclusive.
To me, when something is a priority for you, that's what you do. When I tell people that I am a pro-Israel activist, that is also a progressive. The first response is, doesn't that mean that you should care more about Palestinians? Nothing about being pro-Israel means I'm anti-Palestinian. I am pro-people. I believe that everybody should live in peace and security. Looking back at the civil rights movement, the African American community and the Jewish community were very tightly bound. And what I would love to see is a coming together of our communities again to fight racism and anti-Semitism here at home, but to also stand up for the peace and security of everyone that lives in Israel. I choose to lead because I want people to understand we need more voices at the table sharing perspectives in supporting Israel.
Ladies and gentlemen, AIPAC National Council member Candice Petty.